All right, this is a 3-2-1 boom. This is a live from, actually we're at the Gray Owl. This will all make sense as the narrative unfurls. But this is Energy Boom 101, a production of the Transparent Barrel Studios, high above the beautiful skyscraper of Buchanan's Bikes. And we are going to give you a nice little spin view so you can see the Gray Owl Coffeehouse where we are this evening. And it is, I think it's Monday. Might be Tuesday. No, I think it's, no, hell, it's Tuesday, yeah. I think, no, maybe it's Monday. No one knows. It is Monday. It is Monday, and it is like January 20th. Hey, there you go. Happy Martin Luther King Day. Boom. There's a huge one. You can see the Gray Owl. It's very, very, very stylish. Really nice lighting. The bikes are really kick-ass. This is a little background here on the Gray Owl. Business opened up a few years back. And was one of the first downtown businesses to sort of establish a toehold in the sand for Norman's unfurling resurgence thanks to an energy boom, which is what this show will eventually be about if I ever talk about that. In the meantime, we're just going to show you a little bit of the Gray Owl here because I want you to get a good idea of its vibe. It's a great spot. This is what coffee houses should be, which is very, very authentic and very expressive and very welcoming, very all-inclusive. And also offers a not only a kick-ass view of whatever's going on in the town where you're at, kids, but also, as you can tell, is very very unpretentious, my friends. It is style without pretension. Trademark that dang thing. But this is it's a great spot, and so and there's someone right back. You can see that the buzz and the boom as it's happening. The kids are back there making their coffee, and the kids are here talking and yipping and yapping. You can get a good sky view, and you can see the rafters. It goes back there pretty far. There's also a patio in back, which is pretty kick-ass. You'll probably want to check that out. I'm actually going to go outside because I want to show you what's going on here, because you want to see sort of how we come into play. Basically, the show itself, as you know, is Energy Boom 101, and the slogan we originally came up with was connecting crude to consciousness, one gusher at a time, because there's an energy boom going on in downtown Norman. So check it out. New business comes into downtown Norman, right there. Wicked shot. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's downtown Norman. By the way, that building has the greatest potential of any downtown Norman building. Someone come here and make it a kick-ass coffee house. Top floor. But anyways, look at this. Look at this shot of downtown Norman with the traffic screaming by. And we're here live from Gray Street. And this is a great little business district that has sprang up over the last few years. Sonder Music came in here about the same time, maybe even earlier than the Gray Owl. A great business. They do great stuff. You can come out here and check out all the lovely things. But this is the new business that just opened up, and lo and behold, it's an oil company. Or it's maybe a law firm that does energy business, but I can assure you that based on that drilling rig and that pumper jack, and the colors being black and gold, God bless them for that, it's an energy-related business. So it's perfect that I open up this shot, which is dispatched from the Patch 1 if we haven't told you yet. Notice the swivel here. Boom, swivel. We swivel around and we see what it will be a rockin' and rollin' downtown Norman. This energy boom is just arriving, and the downtown area is going to be the greatest place to watch it sort of unfurl and establish itself. And here's one of the toeholds in the sand on the scene, and it's this great little business district right here. And so we're going to go back into the Gray Owl because that's where we're going to be shooting our report from this evening. But I want you to see the reflection in the window here. There's an amazing shot, so you can see from the reflection of the Gray Owl that old building right there, the downtown building. And then you can spin your way in here. And we will go in, we'll enter this lovely little, oh, pardon me, ladies. No problem. Oh, by the way, live, folks, live here. Prepare yourself, it's live. Or is it Memorex? No one knows, but it is the Gray Owl, it is the energy boom, so prepare yourself, it's live. Okay, now, so check it out. By the way, we're only 5 minutes into it, so you'll be fine. And I can hear a wicked harmonic in the background. This is where we'll talk about, you know what, I think I'm going to hold this right here with Bob Dylan in the background, because this is a perfect, in my opinion, this is a great little moment at the Owl. It's got a nice little flow right here. It's not bustling as it will be pretty soon based on the kids that are arriving and the trends that are setting themselves down for the next 10 years. Speaking of trends in 10 years, let's talk about the energy game before we lose you altogether, because it is live from the Gray Owl. We did want to talk about the energy game. So we're in Norman, Oklahoma to tell you the story about an energy boom that's been going on. I'm going to ramble here a little bit. You'll be all right. Get you caught up. This is just a new style we're experimenting with. It's called the narrative. For the obvious reason that I'm behind the camera instead of in front of it, which is the best thing that ever happened to this show. There's one of the baristas back there making it happen. He's beautiful. There's a great window shot right there. I always sort of like that. I know this dude coming in, so we'll see what happens here. I'll probably want to try and at least complete this episode. I think he'll find it fascinating. So let me give you an overview as we sort of do a nice shot of the owl here. This should be pretty respectful to everyone, I think. I don't want to intrude on anyone's privacy, but I think this is a nice way to sort of change it. We'll see. Now you can spin back this way and see some of the great colors within the owl. The colors of the owl, the plants and the colors of the owl. I love the outdoor view, which is why this window seat is a killer. But remember, kids, the owl goes all the way to the back patio. All right, so let's give you an overview of the energy boom. You're in Norman, Oklahoma right now. The energy boom in 2 seconds. So, tons of years, 5-10 years ago, Devon Energy uncorked a natural gas boom with hydraulic fracking methods. They are now applying that as we speak to the oil shale plays within the United States, of which Oklahoma has quite a few, and all the old oil patch states have quite a few, and there's a new oil patch as well that's emerging. So in a nutshell, there's an energy boom based on the extraction of the United States oil and natural gas that appears to be headed for about 10 years minimum, and all the investment is coming into play as we speak. And the goal of this show is to try and track all that and show you that. And this is one place we want to do these live reports from, is different spots around Norman as you sort of see the boom come in and unfurl. And I think this is just a great spot. And there'll be others. There'll be a million others. There'll be businesses opening up. There have been more businesses opened in downtown Norman in the last 2 years than there were in the previous 20 years. So we don't need statisticians. We don't need stinking chains either. Energy boom anyways. The next show maybe we'll talk about more of the energy boom and show you maps and stuff. But what we have planned is to basically do a shot from downtown Norman from a variety of businesses. We'll go to other businesses, but we'd sure like to spend a lot of time here at the Owl, but we'll see how it works out. We're gonna call that the Boom and Bloom, and that'll just be reports from a variety of downtown businesses in Norman as this boom blooms. Notice my activity here. I can spin this camera around and keep you kids entertained as we narrate. By the way, right there, greatest muffin ever. Don't even know what flavor it is. I can assure you, greatest muffin ever. Pull back. Okay, so the second show we probably want to do will be from the actual Transparent Barrel Studios high above the skyscraper, Buchanan Spikes. And that may be more of a market report. We're still trying to get Alanis Morissette on the show, so until that happens, it's going to be a tough one. But we're still going to do it, probably. And then we're also going to do a show from Boom U, basically. And that'll be an outdoor show that starts at the statue on the North Oval. I believe it's called May We Have Peace. You'll know what I'm talking about. It's going to be called The Confluence of Crude and Cannabis. It's all going to make sense. But anyways, there's a big, huge energy boom going on in the United States. And the first boom is based on oil and natural gas, and it appears to have about a decade of investment in it, let alone how long it's going to last. It could be the mother, M-U-T-H-A, the mother of all booms. And then there's another boom emerging that's really interesting because right now it's traded on Wall Street in really wild swings, and we'll get to that in just a second. But that's the cannabis industry and the medical marijuana industry, the cannabis industry. You'll hear it called a million different things, but we're tracking 3 different stocks. And in the energy boom, we're going to track a bunch of different stocks. In the cannabis boom, the green boom, and the black gold boom, whatever you want to call them, they're booms. They're booms within booms. And the marijuana boom we're going to track, we'll follow 3 stocks on Wall Street. CBIS Cannabis Science, I repeat, CBIS Cannabis Science, PHOT Grow Life, PHOT Grow Life, and MJNA Medical Marijuana, or Medi Mary. That one's a high flyer and a little flamboyant, but it puts on a good show, and you can probably learn a lot, so we'll follow that as best we can. If I say follow, all I'll do is look at the end of the price, because the other boom that's going on is the marijuana industry, and that's literally it hasn't even really, the game hasn't even begun yet. Well, it has, but with the energy boom, and that's what this show is supposed to be about, if we'd ever get to that. Another little swivel here, because we want you to get a good feel for the owl. You can really get a good feel for it. You can hear it. You can see what's going on. You can the warm embrace. Bring it on out here, kids. And there'll be plenty of other downtown businesses we'll be able to demonstrate to you how oh, by the way, the owl is setting the tone for what downtown Norman can be, and other businesses are doing that too, like Sergio's, a great little authentic restaurant we'll visit. And I can only encourage more downtown businesses like this to come to Norman, because there's a lot of opportunity, and it could be an incredible downtown. But I digress. We're getting close to 11 minutes into the hour, so I know you're dying. But you got a good idea about an energy boom that's going on in the United States based on oil and gas. There's another energy boom going on in the United States based on marijuana. It may create even more wealth in the oil and gas. That would be unheard of to think about, but crazier things have happened. And it is also worth following because it's being traded on Wall Street, so it's a great way to learn about how the confluence of cultures of crude and cannabis are emerging here in Norman, Oklahoma, as they emerge throughout the United States. And it's a story we're going to attempt to tell, and try and tell it well, from the Gray Owl. And that's probably about it. I think that'll give you a good idea of sort of what's going on here. And this will be released as Energy Boom 101, Dispatch from the Patch. Probably will say 1, even though it's probably number 40, just because we think this may be one of the a good way to sort of start 2014, because we've given you an overview. That's it. That's what it is. We've given you an overview of 2013. So now we're going to start 2014 by saying right here from the Gray Owl, as often as they'll allow us to haunt their hallowed halls, we'll come by and give you reports looking ahead into 2014, because get ready for this, bitch. We're going to close it out on this one. We're going to walk out of the Gray Owl, and we're going to show you that in addition to the review of 2013, we're looking ahead to 2014 and all the glory and roar that will be. It's actually, you know what? Norman is already pretty badass. The downtown just has so much fucking potential, which, by the way, is spelled P-H-U-C-K-I-N-G. Check your dictionary, kids. P-H-U-C-K-I-N-G. As we look forward to 2014, we sign off from the Gray Owl. Pretty killer little spot here. And, by the way, just real quick, and I'll probably sign off the Oculus over there. Big shout-out, great spot. We'll go over there next. We may do them next. But as we look into 2014, huge things should be happening, because they're already basically happening. We should be able to see them the same way we saw that new energy business right down there. And as I sweep out into Gray Street and do the final swivel pivot, I sign off 3, 2, 1, boom.